Hi, this is Ezekiel Chew, founder of Asiaforexmentor. So in this video, I'll be revealing what I do on a weekly basis, and I'll be sharing my analysis for this week, which is the 9th of November 2015. So you can refer to this video throughout the week to spot for trade setups. The analysis in this video will be my trading plan for the week. So in my weekly analysis video, I'll be sharing pairs that have possible setup for the week or pairs that are worth taking note. So last week itself, we talked about a couple of pairs. I'd just like to do a quick sum up of it. So about GBP, I mentioned about the break off over here, and ever since then, from after this big long bearish outside bar, and then it toppled down all the way towards the lowest, close to 150 pips. So and then after which it shot right up to form another bearish bar over here. So right now, I would say that the bearish momentum has already kind of stopped, and it has gone up by quite a lot ever since it has broken through my red line and the Bollinger Band to form a bearish signal here for it to topple downwards. And then although now there is also a bearish signal on the daily time frame, in the weekly time frame there is kind of like a buying pin. So in a way, I don't really like what is happening right now, because there's a little bit of contradictory signal on both time frame. So for this pair, I will stay out right now at this moment in time, considering the fact that the bearish momentum has completed its job, and then now it's kind of taking a break to decide whether where would it go next. So all in all, this would be the red line over here would be a crucial factor, and that's the reason here was the lowest point which I marked the red line over here, and that's the reason why price went up to got stopped at here exactly. So this line and the Bollinger Band would be a crucial factor if it does closes above. So for this pair right now, I'll just keep on the side, watch, and to wait for it to determine its proper direction later on. So next pair, the Canadian yen. So I mentioned about this last week, where we are looking for a break close above the highs, and eventually it closes above, so which is nice, and then after which it retraces back down towards the O line once again. So here will be a nice entry spot for us to enter, because all this while this white line, which is a strong rejection level, eventually broke through to came back down to test this line again. So here will be a good area for it to reject its way back upwards. So and it did. After breaking up, it came back down and got retested to go back up towards the highest point. So if you go on to the daily time frame, we can also see price is actually still in a sideways congestion, although yes, kind of already started to break off from the 4-hour. So that we will expect price to consolidate a while over here, because there's several days of previous consolidation, and before it hits up further, if it does, it will be towards the top of the 150, where it was the previous strong rejection level. Okay, next, New Zealand USD. So New Zealand USD, I talk about this pair whereby we can expect a rejection over here, and then it did, and then after rejecting here was in a way it came down towards the low, headed back up to test the line, and then this was the area whereby it was marked by two lows. So it is a very nice area. Let's go on to the 4-hour. And we can also see here was the first low, the second low, the third time, and not only was it held by the two lows, it was also being held by my white line, which is the 365. Eventually it broke through. The moment once it broke through and came back out to retest the line over here was a good area for a sell setup, because it has already broken through a strong rejection area. So then this was a nice bearish trade for it to go down. So the trade has already occurred, and then so what is happening now, the New Zealand USD is still in a bearish trend right off, and this line still marks as a crucial strong line. I will still mark the highest point over here as the turning point. If price indeed does goes up and thus closes above the highest point over here, then it will be an uptrend, but right now it is in a downtrend. Okay, next, New Zealand yen. I've mentioned about this pair also before, where I talk about the of it respecting the orange line, which is the 150 by a lot, and no bar has closed above the 150 as of since May. So it has broken down and then came back up to test the 150 again, and still no bar has closes above. So all this it means really good. So I brought this line at the highest point. If I go to daily time frame, it is also the highest point over here, where here is and way close to 150, and it's also at my two other lines on the daily time frame. So if when price does goes back, I'm going to expect here to be another strong rejection again, which we can expect. But if it does closes above, this will set as a next milestone for the New Zealand year for it to hit upwards. So this will be something interesting to watch, where the line over here would be a crucial factor. So next, Gbp Chf. So Gbp Chf, we have a daily pin bar here. So what's a little bit of and I plotted a line over here is whereby I mark by a series of highs over here. Yeah, series of highs. So this is a strong area of previous rejection. So price eventually, here was the high price tested a bit and broke through and came back down over here for the first time towards the previous high to form a pin bar. So this is in a way a strong rejection level, but what is a little bit of concern is the long bearish bar prior before that. So I want to play safe. Should we take a trade? I want to wait for price to break above the highest point of the pin. If I go over on the lower time frame, here would be the highest point somewhere here. Let's go on to the 1 hour. Yeah, which is here will be the highest point of the pin. So if price does comes back up and to close above the line and also close above the 150, then this will be a nice indication for it to hit upwards. So this is something that which I'll be waiting for. So next, USDJPY. Wow, we are indeed covering a lot of pairs right now, just the last two pairs. All right, USDJPY, it is also in a very crucial zone. Here was the previous high, so here was a strong rejection. Eventually price broke through and came back down to test the high and couldn't break down, and eventually it broke through. So right now what we can see is this is indeed a very strong line over here. And just last week itself, because of a lot of things happened last Friday, mainly because of a very good news on last Friday night on the non-farm payroll. Yeah, so we saw the USD did shoot up across the field. So and for the dollar yen, in this case specifically, it shot through the very strong crucial zone. So this means a very strong bullish sign for the dollar yen. So if you go on to daily time frame, it has also broken through the Bollinger Band after a long sideways consolidation since August, which is couple of months. So this means a new uptrend for the USD as of now. So we can expect to see USD in an uptrend. So I'll be looking for scenarios for me to buy in the USDJPY in the lower time frame. Okay, last pair, Euro USD. So Euro USD, same thing, because of the massive USD good news last Friday. The Euro USD plummet, right? The USD plummet because the USD went up. Okay, so what we can note, let's go on to the weekly. Okay, if I look at the weekly time frame here, in a way is, let me just delete this arrow. Here in a way is a very crucial factor. The lows, 1 time, 2 time, eventually price comes to a 3rd time. If we go on to the daily time frame, yeah, we can see here was 1 time, 2 time, it came close here, and eventually it broke through the 4th time, and it also broke through the Bollinger Band. So here indeed is a very crucial factor in the daily time frame. So right now what essentially is showing is that price has broken through a strong rejection level, and Euro USD is in a bearish momentum. So let's go on to a 4 hour. If we look at a 4 hour, this is an indication of the pattern behind Euro USD. You see, every time there was a long bar that broke through, it retraces back up. See, long bar broke through, retraces back up to plummet again. Long bar broke through, retraces back up to plummet again. Long bar broke through, retraces back up to plummet again. Long bar broke through, so we can expect price to go retrace back up to probably plummet again. So for this scenario, I'll be waiting for price to retrace back up for selling signal kind of at the top over here before I look to sell for it to go down again. So this is something that we can do in relation to see what is the previous pattern or previous behavior in pairs like this. Alright, so we have covered a lot of pairs this week. I'll see you all next week.